In last lecture, we have studied about the right hand thumb rule. Today, we will revise it and see our next points. In right hand thumb rule, we see that if we hold a conductor in our right hand in such a way as in a straight position as shown in the figure, at that time the direction of the thumb shows the direction of electric current, and the direction of remaining fingers which are hold around the conductor, it shows the direction of the magnetic field. This rule is also known as the Maxwell's corkscrew rule. Today we will see our next point, that is the magnetic field produced by current through a circular loop of a conducting wire. Here we use a circular loop of conducting wire instead of a straight conductor. Now we have to see how magnetic field is produced in such a case. For this we have to do one experiment as shown in the figure 4.8. We have to arrange the instrument. See the experiment. We learned about the magnetic lines of force of a magnetic field produced by a current flowing through a straight conductor. What will happen to the magnetic lines of force of the field produced by the current flowing through a loop made by the bending of a straight wire? Up to this, we studied how magnetic fields are produced in a straight conductor, but now we don't have to use the straight conductor. We have to fold this straight conductor or bend this straight conductor, and we have to form a loop of this conductor, and through it we have to pass the electric current and see how magnetic lines are produced in this case. A circuit is completed by connecting various components as shown in the figure 4.8. You can see the figure 4.8. As shown in the figure, we have to complete the circuit. If the current passes through the loop, magnetic lines of force are produced at each point of the loop. When we pass the current through this loop, here conductor loop, you can see in the figure, through this when we pass the electric current, the magnetic field or magnetic lines of force are produced at every point of the loop. As we go away from the wire, the concentric circles representing the magnetic lines of force will become bigger and bigger. You can see here point P and point Q. These are the centers of the circle. Point P and Q are the points through which the conducting loop is passed, and these are also the center, or these are center of the circles or magnetic field circles. When we go away from these centers, the circles becomes bigger and bigger. You can see this in your figure. That means magnetic lines of force become bigger. As we go towards the center of the loop, the circle becomes so big that its arc can be shown as a straight line. In the figure you can see the straight line in between the two circles shown by N and S. This is the middle of the loop, and where the circular lines become straight. In the figure, the magnetic lines of force as shown in the near the point Q, P and Q only. However, they will be created near each point on the loop. Here they show only at the point P and Q, but it can be produced at every point present on the loop. Likewise, each point will produce a magnetic field at the center of the loop. By making use of right hand thumb rule, check that every point on the loop contributes the magnetic lines of force at the center of the loop, and these lines of force at the center of the loop are in the same direction. The direction of these lines is same, and they are concentric. Concentric means the center of the all circles is the same, and they are all in the same direction. The intensity of magnetic field at any point produced by a current flowing through a wire is dependent on the current, as we have seen in the experiment. This means that if there are n turns in the loop, the magnetic field n times of that produced by a single loop will be created. It means that when there is a single round of loop or single loop is there, then when we pass the current through it, it produces some amount of magnetic field, and when the turns of the loop are increased, then the magnetic field also increases in the same times. How many loops are there? You can multiply it, and you can find such amount of magnetic field produced in that case. Now we have to see our next point, that is a magnetic field due to current in a solenoid. Before it, we have to learn about what is meant by the solenoid. When a copper wire with a resistive coating is wound in a chain of loops, is called as solenoid. You can see the solenoid in figure 4.9. Middle copper color circular part is a solenoid. It is a when a copper wire is covered with a resistive coating is wound in a chain of loops. There are many circular chain of loops, and it is made up of copper, and it is in resistive coating. It is called as a solenoid. Whenever an electric current passes through a solenoid, magnetic lines of force are produced in a pattern as shown in the figure. When we pass the current through the solenoid, the magnetic lines are produced in such a type as shown in the figure. You are aware of the magnetic lines of force of a bar magnet. The properties of the magnetic field of a solenoid are very similar to the magnetic field produced by a bar magnet. You have seen the bar magnet in the laboratory. Like the bar magnet, the solenoid also acts as a bar magnet when current passes through it, and the magnetic lines of force are similar to the magnetic lines of force of the bar magnet. One of the open end of the solenoid acts as a magnetic north pole and the other as a magnetic south pole. You know that in bar magnet there are two poles, one is the south and one is the north. In this way, the solenoid also has the two ends, that is the south end and the north end, like the bar magnet. The magnetic lines of force inside the solenoid are parallel to each other. You can see in the figure the magnetic lines produced by the solenoid are also parallel to each other like the bar magnet. This means that the intensity of magnetic field within the solenoid is uniform everywhere. They are parallel because the intensity of magnetism or magnetic field within the solenoid is similar everywhere. Therefore, there are the parallel magnetic lines of force. That is, the magnetic field in a solenoid is uniform. So, their parallel lines are formed around the solenoid. In this way, today we have learned about the right hand thumb rule and magnetic field produced by the current through a circular loop of a conducting wire, and also magnetic field due to current in a solenoid. In right hand thumb rule, we know that when we hold a conductor in your right hand in such a way, then the direction of the current shown by the direction of the thumb, and the direction of the other fingers hold around the conductor shows the direction of the magnetic field produced in the conductor. Then we see how magnetic field is produced in the loop and how magnetic lines of force are appeared there, and also we study how the magnetic field produced in the solenoid and how there are the magnetic lines of force. And what is meant by the solenoid? It is a copper wire, or it is a copper wire with a resistive coating and wound in a chain of loops. It is known as a solenoid, and its properties are like the bar magnet. Today we learned about these 3 points. Today's homework for you to write the right hand thumb rule in your notebook and revise it. Here we will stop today. Thank you.